So we had a losing trade today. Not that big of a deal. It was at all-time highs. I really shouldn't have been shorting at all, but this short was pretty good entry, stop loss. I honestly could have went break even right here. I just gave it a little bit of room to breathe. So, yeah, I could have gone break even, but really I just gave it some room to breathe and instantly I got stopped out basically as quick as I was in profit. So, we're going to go over this trade. It was in all-time highs and the paper trade I sold right here as I was switching to do my charting for the day. And I sold it right here because I was actually trying to put my take profit and I let go too early and it sold it instantly. Wherever it was, I let go like right here and so it sold instantly. This was the trade we took. I was originally going to take it to all-time highs and higher. My stop loss was basically going to be break even after that. And let's just move to the higher time frame. It's easier to see. And from here, you can see that this was the sweep that I was looking for to get this buy model out of. Let's just move our charting out for a second. So you see this was the buy model right here. I ended up taking some trades just to fuck around during the session after I got stopped out because I was just a little annoyed. So I ended up just doing some trading there. It really wasn't a bad trade. How it started playing out, it didn't look bad, but I was shorting all-time highs, which is something that I really shouldn't have been doing, especially with what I'm going to tell you right now because it wasn't the best trade to be taking off of this 15 minute. So going into the day, I'm just going to mark this for when we're going to talk about it. Going into the day, right here, we also had that overnight position that I just showed. After that closed, right here, basically what I was looking for was True New York to open, looking for a mitigation of that, possibly in this 90 minute. This was our 90-minute low, and YM ended up doing that, but at 9:44. So at open 9:30, we got this microcycle. Scaling down our time frames, we took that entry, that paper entry, off of the 4 hour. 4 hour is continuing to hold, right? We just created this for value gap, but this was our 10 a.m. 4 hours. So likely we're not going to come down. It tapped into this. We're going to come back up and expand. Moving to the singular chart, we had no bearish SSMT or bullish SSMTs, nothing whatsoever down below until we had that 90-minute microcycle, or sorry, 90-minute cycle with YM at 9:44. Before that, the microcycle is what you would have taken your entry off of. I needed more personally because ES and NQ did not mitigate True New York. So I would have liked to see something like this happen if I wanted to enter. Microcycle swept True New York. Even if we like created an SSMT between this low and coming back up here, something like that between ES and NQ, then I would have taken that. I would have been all over it. It would have been A plus plus, but we didn't get that. It was just all-time high kind of delivery. We have like the lowest retracement possible, and then we expand. So coming into the day, it was a fractal 15 minute what we were trading off of because our, we didn't expand too much. These are 5 minute candles, and you see our range isn't too dramatic. So off of this is our 15 minute for value gap that we made off of our opening range. Our PO3 ended right here, this 10 a.m. candle on the 1 minute. Right here is what I was looking for, continuations off of or a reversal, and I thought it was going to be a reversal because we had a 4 hour SMT and we had a weekly cycle with ES and NQ. Technically, this like pays no, like price doesn't care about that when in all-time high kind of delivery because it's just going to expand and keep discovering new prices. So what I looked at was this range. I thought that this 3 minute VPR, or not 3 minute BPR. I thought that this OTE, displacement, CISD, 4 hour SMT with ES, by the way, and it was a microcycle SMT. I just thought that we would at least move down here, and I was going to put on the optimal trade entry. If we move down to this lower quadrants of the 15 minute, I would have went break even, but it just happened so quick. We were very reactive off CE, and this was also a swing divergence, so ES is low swept this low, and That was the reason why we went up. After that, you can see I'm using the 10 a.m. candle as a reversal entry. Your ideal entry for longs today would have been right here. Enter here at the low, somewhere right there, and then target this high. What I was looking at was higher. This is our -4 standard deviation of actually the first, and this is very important, the first range we made of the day. So because I wasn't going to take a standard div retrace of this, and it will align to um, where we're looking for, but it'll be not exactly what I'm looking at. So where is our, okay, right here, this is our retrace. So retraces are what I use to project how far we're going to move for price. You can see this is no, okay, so that is wow, I thought that was Asia because of the volatility. But what I originally used was this was our first 5 minute. No, sorry, that was our first 15-minute retrace. So that would have been a higher time frame, but this was a 1 minute. And this range right here is what I used to find our -4 standard deviation to be like our high of day. And that was almost our high of day. And I thought we were going to reverse much lower, but we ended up moving and expanding higher. So what this is if this price got doubled, that's our -2. And anything from there, you expect a retrace because what we're doing is we're basically having fractal price being multiplied. And so that -4 is for a much higher time frame. Like since this is a 1 minute, it's probably a 5 minutes continuation target, something like that. So you'd watch 5 minute order flow, see this 5 minute BPR area. You don't even have to have like a full BPR. It can be the BPR area, which is right there, and then the full 5 minute bullish is holding. It held right there, and we swept this high and expanded higher. So that's how I use standard div. Really, it's great for all-time highs and even like intraday. If you can align it with some sort of high, it's perfect. But today just wasn't enough confluence for me to enter. It's kind of surprising. Like I don't usually use YM as much to enter off of more than ES, but and because it was like such, there was no really big cracking correlations to send us higher other than it's all-time highs and we're gonna move higher. Like I just decided to stay out after taking that loss because that loss was the best RR to get. Because my target was true day open. My target was true day open. This trade would have been absolutely insane RR. Um, like right, where do we enter? Right here, stop loss right up there, and then I was gonna take partial here and then true day open because that's our 4 hour, and if we're gonna tap into that 4 hour and continue higher, I wasn't gonna hold. So I thought that we were gonna at least come mitigate true day open, but I guess we didn't need to because YM did it. So that's our loss for today. I guess we're just gonna wait for better price action because I was wrong on the cycles today. Today was actually I think it was XAMD, but the okay yeah it was XAMD, but the daily was a accumulation. I thought yesterday being known as Monday would be accumulation, but it was Tuesday. So XAMD is the daily profile. Manipulation in manipulation, action manipulation in distribution was where we got that. Wait, where's 945? Yeah, manipulation, accumulation. Okay. Okay, I guess this was wrong. Accumulate. I guess this could be XAMD. I think I see it differently, but um, manipulation in manipulation was our 90 minute with YM to send us higher for our daily PO3 because we were just bullish on the day. So a pretty difficult day to see if you weren't in before in Asia or if you were just trying to take continuations at all-time high. It was difficult. So that's it. We'll see if we get better price action tomorrow.